The purpose of this podcast is to educate and inform. It is no substitute for professional care by your doctor or your qualified healthcare professional. Never disregard or delay professional medical advice because of something you've heard on this podcast or in any linked material. Guests who speak on this podcast express their own opinions, experience, and conclusions. Dr. Shirley neither endorses nor opposes any particular opinion discussed on this podcast. The views expressed on this podcast have no relation to those of any academic, hospital, practice, institution, or other entity with which Dr. Shirley may be affiliated.
Welcome to Forever FAB, the podcast on fashion, the art of living, and all things beauty. This podcast is curated by Dr. Shirley Madhere, MD, as the definitive source of holistic wellness through beauty.
Hey everyone, it's Dr. Shirley. Welcome to 15 Minutes of Fab, a segment of the Forever FAB podcast where I review products, services, experiences, and frankly, whatever, in 15 minutes or less. If the full-length podcast is a couture dress, for example, then 15 Minutes of Fab is like a button-down French cuff white shirt paired with leather leggings. If you don't have time to tune into the full-length podcast, then check out 15 Minutes of Fab, just a small dose. Some have considered it truth and beauty or plastic surgery secrets or as a nerdy or academic take on wellness and beauty with a dash of fashion. Consider it what you may. My aim is to engage you as a credible and authoritative voice in most, if not all aspects of beauty and wellness with a dash of fashion. That includes products, wellness services, technologies, innovations, new scientific research, and plastic surgery. As the founder of Holistic Plastic Surgery, my approach to beauty is through a lens of wellness that's grounded in science, backed by medical study and research, strengthened by my clinical experience, and bolstered by my surgical training with the use of principles and techniques of plastic surgery. And then there's my love of fashion. Of course, I feel uniquely qualified to talk with you about beauty, wellness, aesthetics, and plastic surgery, as well as products and services within those spaces, not only because of my extensive, and may I add, expensive training and expansive background, but also because I'm one of you. Many of the human issues around aging and being a fierce fab person, as well as an agent for positive change, I live these too, and I try. You're not alone. So together we can help the world become a more beautiful, forever fab place. So if you'll have me and give me at least 15 minutes of your time, let's get at it. In this new year, I've decided that it will be one of expansion and discovery. So I'll explore all sorts of topics, near and possibly far-fetched, while still focusing on the topics that make the Forever Fab podcast, well, fabulous, namely fashion, the art of living well or wellness, and beauty. As part of my philosophy of holistic plastic surgery, which I created well over probably now 15 years ago, where I believe that beauty emanates from within, wellness plays an integral role in my practice. And this goes for many aspects of life that help you to live in grace and beauty, including nutrition, exercise, products, services, technologies, mind, body, spirit, and science.
Welcome to this week's episode of 15 Minutes of Fab on the Forever FAB Podcast. This episode is dedicated to stillness. One of the most challenging things for me to do is to be still. As you know, I've done some really hard things in the past: surgical residency, plastic surgery residency, performing surgery, helping to heal open wounds, serving in the burn unit, marriage, relationships, weightlifting, a hiking retreat in Positano, Italy, and many more. As a yogi who adopted the philosophy and spirituality of Buddhism to my belief in God, having been raised a Catholic, I understand the power and benefits of meditation. Wanting to reap its benefits, I even learned the transcendental method of meditation. Studies have demonstrated a number of positive effects of meditating, According to the Mayo Clinic, these include, but are not limited to, improved outlook and perspective on stress, better stress management, positive self-awareness, mindfulness and being present, reducing negative feelings, helping you to be more creative, helping you to be more patient, lowering resting heart rate, lowering resting blood pressure, and helping you to sleep better. Yet knowing all of this, it's still challenging for me to be still and make the time to meditate. So, my gift to you today on this episode of 15 Minutes of Fab on the Forever FAB podcast is to borrow a guided meditation from Ariana Elizabeth and play it for you. Peace, beauty, and namaste.
Hello, friends. Today's guided meditation is made with love for women all over the world. This meditation is meant to celebrate your existence, appreciate your worth, honor who you are and were designed to be, and help you deepen and enrich your perception of life through the starting point of your daily thoughts. And before we start, please take a moment to find a comfortable position, one that encourages you to be your most natural, comfortable self. If that's sitting upright and supported, wonderful. If being your most natural and comfortable self right now means just laying on the couch with your favorite pillow under your head and some blankets propped under your feet to encourage elevation, that's perfect too. Just know that there is no right or wrong way to enjoy this meditation or any meditation. Maybe you even choose to enjoy this with a hot bath and your favorite bath bomb or salts. The choice is truly yours. And once you find your most natural and safe position, slow your breath as much as you can and begin to relax your face and close your eyes. And we'll take some time to relax the physical body, first using just active awareness, softening your feet and your ankles, allowing the muscles in your legs to fully soften and ridding them of any tension or support from you. Releasing any engagement in the core and noticing how you feel when the only movement is your belly rising and falling. Relaxing your fingers, palms, arms and shoulders, your neck, head and face. And just seeing how still you can be in this moment without holding yourself back in any way, shape, or form. And removing your tongue from the roof of your mouth and maybe even parting your teeth and lips to pass breath. And just remembering that this is not a performance. No one is watching you. And I'm not here to tell you what to think, but only to guide and support you in your own stillness and solitude. This is your designated time to just listen and breathe. And simply, your existence in this space is as purposeful and rewarding as movement. And that is all that's being asked of you. Just listen and breathe. And so with each inhale, I invite you to be as intentional as possible. As women, we are biologically more nurturing, empathetic, and exchange our compassion and love beyond scientific reason or understanding. Not only that, but we offer these characteristics freely, fiercely, powerfully, and fully. It's a strength and it's a superpower, all right. But it's also one that can be psychologically depleting at times and physically draining. So with these intentional breaths, really take your thoughts to them. With your eyes still closed, visualize a close-up of the oxygen rushing into your nostrils, traveling into your chest, and expanding your lungs. And on the exhale, drawing your navel towards your spine, contracting your abdomen while the warm air flows as peacefully out as it once did in. And take your thoughts inwards and consider what it is you need at this moment. How you feel. What sensations you're experiencing. Remember, nothing is right, nothing is wrong. Whatever they may be, find peace with them. Remembering that as fierce as you are, as much as you supply to those around you, as generous as your heart is, you are worthy of that same gift. You are aging gracefully, growing wiser and stronger every day. Your curves are as perfect as is. And you were born at just the right time in just the right place. You are epic, a true masterpiece with an exquisitely unique female body. Your height is perfect. Your skin is perfect. Your weight is perfect, and your color is perfect. There is no other woman you could be better than the woman you are right now. She is the best of the best, and she is proud of who she is. Let's receive all of those words with an inhalation through the nose. And exhale, releasing any lies that may have slowly become internally false truths. Another inhale through the nose. And exhale. Our minds are amazing. Our bodies are amazing. We were designed intentionally, carefully crafted, and lovingly considered in creation. Remember that truth. I'll now give you a few moments of solitude to breathe with your own thoughts and stillness. queens, as we close out our meditation today, I want to leave you with a quote from Maya Angelou that says, "My mission in life is not to merely survive, but to thrive, and do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style." One last inhale in and exhale. I encourage you to stay in your meditative position as long as your time permits, and I pray that this meditation was a reminder of how amazing you truly are as is. Happy Women's History Month and International Women's Day. God bless.
Thank you for listening to this week's Forever FAB podcast episode of 15 Minutes of Fab. Until next time, live well, prosper, and stay beautiful, inside and out, and stay forever fab. If you like this episode of 15 Minutes of Fab on the Forever FAB podcast, please share it and subscribe to the feed. Did you learn anything new? Review this episode by writing just one word to describe the value you got from listening today, and give this episode a 5-star rating. In case you missed it, listen to this episode, past episodes, or check out who's coming up next on foreverfabpodcast.com. If you enjoy listening to the Forever Fab podcast, get more audio and more visuals with a membership through Patreon. Choose the gold, platinum, or diamond tier for premium added content, special co-hosts, lifestyle videos, branded merchandise, and more by visiting patreon.com/foreverfab. And if you are a founder of or represent a beauty or wellness brand and you want to be featured on an episode of Forever Fab podcast segment of 15 Minutes of Fab, send me some stuff. Visit foreverfabpodcast.com and fill out the contact form. For general holistic beauty tips or to set up an appointment with me to discuss your personalized options for leveling up your beauty, go to elementsandgraces.com and sign up for my newsletter. And for an online e-consultation on time, anytime, and on your time, visit clicklift.com for your wellness, plastic surgery, and beauty questions on the go. And it's time for the elevated house call, wouldn't you say? Jet Set Beauty RX offers beauty on-call services near your home or other domicile, delivering beauty in the privacy of a medically equipped, state-of-the-art mobile aesthetics unit. Reserve at jetsetbeautyrx.com. That's all for now. Thank you for sharing the love. Goodbye, gorgeous.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Forever Fab, the podcast on fashion, the art of living, and all things beauty, curated by Dr. Shirley Madhere, MD. Live beautifully and help make the world a more beautiful place.